Hey Dave, it's Max. I want to share with you a market analysis that I did on Dodge. And so the first thing that I do is I go to public records and pull up the information, the details on the property. At any time during this video, you can hit pause and take a deeper look at what's on the screen if I'm moving too fast. I'm going to try and move fast. So it's showing 3 bedrooms, 3 baths. The square foot of big lot, 10,200 square foot lot, um, built in 1964. You bought it for 223, and there's just more detailed information. So here's where everybody gets your uh, valuation and some dimensions on your lot, some more on the house. I don't get this. A wood roof, a bath, 3 baths. It talks about your water heater and all sorts of stuff. It's pretty crazy what they have in public records. But anyway, here's a quick estimate based on this algorithm, Real AVM. And again, that's just an algorithm that doesn't take into any real characteristics other than the stats that's on this website. But they're coming up with about 375, let's say. That's inside that range. It's a broader range. So if it's average, they're saying 375. If it's better than average, really nice, it's up to 400 and down to 350 for something that needs a lot of work. So I take that information and then I do a MLS search. So on my MLS search, I look within half a mile of your place, and I'm just looking for houses within half a mile. And I didn't come up with any other 2 stories. Yours is 2-story. All of these are ranches or tri-levels or multi-levels, bi-levels. No other 2 stories in the last 6 months. So I'm just going to go with that. Normally, I would like to have a 2-story to compare or a group of 2 stories, but I'm going to go with what I got. And this is what I have. So only one under contract, and then the rest have sold. There's no active on the market in the near vicinity currently. So I take all of this data and then I import it into my own spreadsheet that I can find averages and do some analysis with. So here's the spreadsheets that I came up with. There's the one that's under contract, and that's the ranch that's just down the road from you. It's less than, it's just right down the road. And that one had some weird circumstances we'll go over. But right now, I'm just going to look at the numbers. I'm not going to look at all the finishes, fixes, features, all of the unique things about the house. We'll do that in a little bit, but just let's look at the raw data. And so if I take all of these solds, and these are what appraisers are going to use. I find these solds, on average, they have 4 bedrooms. Yours has 3. On average, they have 3 baths, and that's what yours has. On average, yours is a little bit larger by 200 square feet, 230 square feet larger. That's an extra bedroom, maybe a little bit more. The square feet that's finished, now that's above grade. The square feet that's finished, I don't like the finished number on yours, and you can go back and look at that first thing. It's saying that the basement has a pretty extensive finish. I think there's a lot of unfinished space in the basement on yours, more than they're showing. They're only showing that like 50 square feet of yours is unfinished, less than 50 square feet. And I don't think that's quite accurate. But anyway, let's just go with their numbers. You have about 500 square feet more, and then the total square feet, you have about 500 square feet more in the total square footage. So it's the above grade and then the total. So in some of these, there's no basement. So if you look at this one on 100th, it has no basement. And so the above grade, the finished, and the total is all the same. It's a ranch without a basement. Okay. This one, you can see that the finished square feet is the same as the total. So they say that this one has a 100% finished basement. So these three numbers play into it here. This one on Belford Drive has a 624 finish or 624 square foot basement, and they're saying that's all finished because the finished square feet and the total are the same. So you can pause this, look over some of these numbers if you want. So you can see some of these don't have basements. On average, the basements are 810 square feet. Yours is 100 square foot larger. And then the pricing. These are the sold numbers, the actual prices that they got right at about 375, let's say 372. And the price per square foot above grade is $243, and the price per square foot finished is $175 per square foot. The lot size, I don't know where this number came from. Let me check that one. Yeah, I didn't get that number in there. Yours is one of the larger lots, 10,200 square feet, and built in 1964. So if you look in some of these numbers, you can see there's a period of 1964. A lot of these homes were built. I highlighted these, and we're going to take a deeper look into these four, maybe actually 5 properties that I think are better comps for yours. And those are 3 of them were built the same year. That one has a huge yard. And then this one was built, it's newer, and I just wanted to show you that because that's one that got that pretty close to 400 price range. I'm thinking that the 400 is where we can try. I don't think that we should go over 400. In the history, there's some that have sold hovering on 400, 395, 397, 398. And then there is this other one that's under contract. We don't know what it actually is going to sell for. I'm thinking it's going to be less than 400. I'll read to you their comments on that one. They were asking 400, and they're selling it to the builder that was doing the remodeling work. So they might have given him a little bit of a break on the price. But if that one does sell for 400, that's going to be the record setter in the neighborhood. So that's kind of the raw data, just looking at it. And so here's how yours compares to the one that's under contract for 400. Yours is a larger house, the above grade square footage. This is just a ranch, 1,200 square foot ranch, and yours is 1862 above grade. Ranches have that added feature of being ranches, and for some older people, that's all they are looking for. So it is kind of hard to compare a ranch to a 2-story. In most cases, we don't do it, but that's what I have. Is I have ranches and I have multi-level properties. I don't have any other 2-story properties. This last column here is days on the market on average. They were 22 days on the market until they went under contract, and then it was probably another 30. So, from when they put the sign in the ground to when they're closing is between 50 and 60 days. So that gives you a clue to the speed of things. But we have to be priced appropriately in the market to enjoy that. Some of them are 73 days until they went under contract. So that one's 100 days if you add 30 days onto that. And then some of them go under contract as quickly as 5 days. So there's also a range in there, but on average, it's 22 days. So now you want to look at those 4 properties that have sold. The one on Melody, 9931 Clark. I want to look at that one. The other one on Melody. And the one on 96th. And then I also want to look at this one that's the ranch that's right down the street that is not sold but under contract. So I want to look at these properties specifically. And let's just take a quick peek at this one. This is the one that's under contract. This one, 9988 Dodge. It's under contract. They were asking $400,000, and he has kind of some bizarre comments. So these are all those numbers that are on the other chart, the spreadsheet that I put together. And this one has the guy's comments. Strangest thing, yesterday, the contractor who was doing all the upgrades hired an agent and wrote an acceptable contract, which the seller accepted. I didn't even get to do an open house. Kind of a bizarre comment, but whatever. So it was an inside sale, let's say, and it's under contract. All we know is they were asking $400,000 when they agreed upon a price. The one thing about that one is that I think it just has a 1-car garage. It has a big lot. It has 11,000 square foot lot, and it has now it's saying it has a garage attached, 4 spaces tandem. That doesn't look like a 4-car garage to me. It looks like a 2-car tandem. There's definitely some weirdness to this one. I'd like to see it when it actually closes. So that's that property. This other one is a property on Melody that sold for $375,000. So now I want to look and see how it compares as far as the finishes and the fixes and the updates and the upgrades to yours. It has a nice curb appeal. It's that split level, but it has the 1-car garage. And, that's kind of dated, that tile. But it looks clean and nice and ready to go. Just a little bit dated. It's kind of weird to me that they started with the basement. But that's what they did. And now we're upstairs in the main living room. It looks dated, the tile. And then here's the kitchen that has the little opening in the window. It's definitely still a separated kitchen. Kind of some funky lighting fixture there. So it has definitely some older funk, and it looks like granite on top of older cabinets. I don't know. It has a nice fridge. It has the 2-drawer fridge. Upgraded appliances, I'd say, the stainless steel appliances. And then, kind of a big table in the living room, or I'm sorry, in the kitchen. Definitely some funk there. Look at those. The furniture's kind of odd. This is actually in the kitchen. This is the kitchen. You have that big giant table in the kitchen. And then another table outside the kitchen. So it has popcorn on the ceiling on the master, I would guess that is. 2 big closets, and it does have that master bath. Kind of some updating, but not the consistent updating like in Ammons. And so here's the Bronco basement, looks like. Bedroom in the basement, or maybe that was a secondary bedroom upstairs. But again, popcorn on the ceiling. Kind of those flat panel doors, not the raised panel doors. Looks like mini blinds in the windows. Can't really see if the windows have been updated or upgraded. Pretty basic updating in that bathroom. This is the powder room. A picture of a toilet and a sink. And then this one looks like the secondary bathroom that's been updated. Wow. I don't like showing pictures like this. I don't post pictures like this. It just doesn't do anything to help the house. It looks like you have to walk sideways to get in there. So here's the backyard. Looks really nice. Similar to yours without the patio, or the pool, sorry. It does have some nice patios. Looks like there might be a school back there. So it has a really nice flat, usable backyard. Let's see what the map says. So yeah, I think that's a school right there. So it backs to the creek. You can kind of get an idea of where it is compared to yours. It's on Huron, back into that school with the sports fields. You might be a little bit closer than yours to I-25. So I just wanted to give you a view of that. Let's go to the next one. That one sold for $375. This next one is the one on Clark, 9931 Clark, and it sold for $350. So it's on the lower end, and it closed January 8th. January 8th, the fairly new comp. Again, it's that same tri-level, and it has, it's pretty nice and clean. It has the wood floors. Looks like it's all original configuration. There's the kitchen. You can walk in from there. You can walk in from there. And then you got stairs going down and the stairs going up. You walk in the front door over here. There's the coat closet, and can walk straight into this boxed-in kitchen. It does have the window looking out to the dining room from the kitchen. But it's an original configuration. It hasn't been opened up. And there's the kitchen, pretty original, basic, white, looks like gas stove, but nothing to write home about. It's very dated. Has a big table in the kitchen, and the white 12 by 12 tiles that are black grout. Pretty dated. And it looks like they got rid of the popcorn. I would assume that they had popcorn. I think the windows have been changed out. I can see those wide white vinyl in there. Wood floors, a little bit of updating here, but still some older stuff too. The painted over hinges. Looking at the base here, it kind of looks like it's mildewy, and then there's that fiberglass insert for the shower. So I would say that's the master bathroom. Here's the secondary bathroom, the other bathroom upstairs, and very basic, Home Depot kind of stuff. Nothing, Home Depot off the shelf kind of stuff. Nothing too exciting. Look at the bedspreads, really nice there. Oh, so this one has the pool. So that's why I chose that one. It has, this is the one, this is your neighbor's. This is the one right behind you. Sorry. That's why I chose that one. So it actually sold for $350. That's missing the RV, right? So this is that neighbor's house. Again, pretty basic. Nothing too exciting. This is mounted, supposed to be flush with the wall. I don't know. They didn't feel like sticking it in there. And then this is the basement finish, so it's really unfinished. They threw some paneling over the wall, maybe even just painted the wall. I don't know. But kind of the man cave looking thing there in the basement. not really a finish. So this is your backdoor neighbor. They went on the market for 360 and they sold it for 350. They went on the market 1026 and they went under contract 1210. So it was a while. It was 46 days on the market until it went under contract. So that was that house. That's why I picked that one. The next one is the other one on Melody. This one has a really flashy, nice finish. So this is, again, very similar in size to yours. And it sold, it seems like the neighborhood is trying to get over that $400,000 hump. And people are getting close, but not quite. So this one went on the market in August. And it went under contract in 6 days. And it sold September 20th. It closed September 20th. So it's 6 days on the market, and it's very comparable to yours. I guess it has 4 bedrooms and 4 baths. So it has 4 baths. It has an extra bath maybe in the basement that yours is missing. But let's look at the finishes. That's the real story on this one. Nice looking 2-car garage in the front. It's got good curb appeal, and here's the difference. So this was originally that boxed in kitchen, and they blew it out. I know you talked about doing that at one point to your house. It's nice. There's a lot of people, a lot of women, and I shouldn't say that, I'm sure some men, but don't like the idea of opening up the front door and the first thing you do is see the kitchen. I think I don't like that. So, maybe they could have left this door or this wall solid and opened it up over here or something. I don't know. But they blew it out and they put in granite and gas and island and new cabinets, and it's that gray and white, which is the newest popular color scheme. Looks like they redid the lighting. They got cans, and they did a full-blown remodel on this house with the flooring, the doors and the windows, everything. The raised panel doors, if you remember the flat doors, and it looks like it's a total remodel in this house. And so here's the secondary bathroom. I don't think this is the master. They don't have it labeled. I think the master has a shower. That's kind of an odd, ceiling in the basement. But there's the nice shower. I believe that's the basement shower or a basement bath. That's that 4th bath. These are just secondary bedrooms. Looks like, they got maybe a new hot water heater, has tags on it. I think that a lot of stuff is new, and has a big backyard that backs up to this creek. And that was the thing that was kind of the only thing that was bad about this. So, this is kind of a record price in the neighborhood. But the one thing that was interesting about this one is the location. So here it is, and it's right by that pond. So they back up to that weed belt area that's around the pond. I'm not going to call it a green belt. And I think that they would have some significant I-25 noise. So, that's a detraction. So it has a lot of really sweet remodels and finishes, but the location, proximity to I-25 is not my favorite. And then here's this last one. I just wanted to compare it because it's one that is getting closer. It's the closest, or pretty darn close to the $400,000 range. And this is a newer house. So this was built, not newer, I guess newer, not new. Those others and yours is 1964. This is 1998. And this is ugly. It's a garage with a little house. So it does have the 3-car garage, but it's just that boring whatever. But it's the ranch, and so that's what people downsizing out of bigger houses and no kids, they have their toys that can fill up a 3-car garage, and then they have their ranch. And this one went under contract in 4 days for $2,000 higher than asking price. It has 4 beds and 3 baths. Let's take a look at the inside of this one. Again, it's a garage with a house beside it. It's 20 years old, so it's dated. Probably original equipment. So this is when they did all of those built-in things, thinking that you could fit your TV in there, and TVs have changed since 1998. So a lot of these built-in features in this opened. So it's still that closed-in kitchen, but it's open on top. And, it's 20-year-old brass and glass, so it's dated. Brass and glass and track lighting. Original cabinets. It might be granite. It might be Formica. I think it's Formica. No, it's granite. Sorry. Anyway, kind of dated, boring kitchen. That's funky. The tile pattern in there. So, 2 walk-in closets, and then I think they have a master bath in here. So it's the white and the flowery stuff. Gray and white, maybe updated a little bit. The light bars, it's Home Depot. I don't have anything against Home Depot, but just that's kind of mid-grade or low-grade Home Depot, like with that light. So these are secondary bedrooms. It just has 3 secondary bedrooms. Here's the secondary bath. Here's the basement. So the basement is kind of big in area and light, and a lot of open space. This is a basement bedroom. This is that 4th bedroom in the basement with the egress window, and you're looking out into a toilet. I don't know. It looks like it has a big funky bathroom down in the basement with a huge weird tub. And a shower in the basement. So, a basement. So, okay, going back. It looks like this was used as an apartment, because you got a big bathroom, and then you have a stove with no vent and a fridge in the utility room. Smaller yard, and that's that one. So I guess the main point is I think that 400 would be a place that you could go, and I wouldn't discourage you from being there, but I'd also think that we should not spend a lot of time there if we're not getting activity and action. So if we're not getting a lot of showings. But I think, in that right season, if we can get those pictures of the backyard, and, how we can manipulate pictures so those realtor pictures can be deceiving, I can do that too. So we just show it in its best light. And there's not a lot of options for people. So we still can take advantage of that supply and demand thing. There's no other 2-stories around. So that's a good thing. You're a rare bird that has that pool, has the backyard, has the footprint. Your house was a lot larger, but so 400, but also being ready to make adjustments if appropriate, if we're not getting the activity.